after Coal India, all eyes are on NTPC. Will NTPC walk down the same path and consider interim dividend? Let's discuss that and find out from the Chairman and Managing Director himself, Mr. Arup Roy Choudhury. He joins us. Mr. Choudhury, good morning and thank you for joining us. First things first, why don't you clear the air for our viewers? Coal India has announced a hefty dividend. Given that NTPC also has decent cash on its balance sheet, are you also considering an interim dividend?
We must understand that there is a basic difference between business model of Coal India and NTPC. Coal India are free to raise their coal prices any time, so they can accumulate as much money as they want on their balance sheet. It's not the same with NTPC. We are under regulated regime. Everything is under scrutiny. And the money that we have now kept in our balance sheet is absolutely fitting our expansion plan for the coming 12th plan. You know, we are planning to spend more than 1,50,000 crores in the 12th plan, which is not a small amount. And we need to have that much amount of money in our balance sheet to actually fund the equity part of it. And therefore, it's very important that our balance sheet is very sound. You also, to mention here, that a large portion of our debt is raised from international financing. And our overall cost of debt is less than 8%. So this is only because we have such a strong balance sheet that so many financial institutions, both international and domestic, make a beeline to give us money, which makes it possible for us to keep on adding projects.
Well, clearing the air, which is that a huge interim dividend is just not possible. Since you're making a case that, look, Coal India and NTPC, they both are a completely different kettle of fish, capex requirement is different, the return on equity is also different. Why don't you walk us through your outlook for 2014 and what kind of capacity addition are you targeting this year?
I see we are looking at a growth plan which is consistent with what we are doing. And our capex is again 20,000 plus crores. And this year we are likely to cross that number. Next year also we are targeting for that. Not only that, we have now got new coal blocks, so we are trying to aggressively pursue our coal mining. And in that process, we are also going to aggressively start many more new greenfield projects.
So could you give us operational updates on captive mining plans?
No, one of our captive mine, Pakri Barwadi, is ready for production. The equipment is there. We just need a little blessing from the Jharkhand government to officially get it started. Otherwise, you must have read in the newspapers that the coal mining is in such an advanced position that people are doing illegal mining over there, taking away the coal. So we've been requesting the central government and the Jharkhand government to give us a little support in law and order issue so that the coals can start flowing from Pakri Barwadi. On the other mines, the Karandhari and Chatti Baryatu is also in an advanced stage, which is both in Jharkhand. Recently, the R&R plan also has been approved. The other mines that we have in Chhattisgarh and Orissa, the one which is in joint venture with Singareni is in advanced stage. The joint venture is very much in position. The other mines have just been allotted. We are still making the reserves, looking at the geological reserves, and we will be soon getting into the act. Now with this, we have now 5 billion tons of coal reserves, and as I have said that we want to achieve a sort of 20% independence on our own coal by the end of 12th plan.
Is there any impact of CAG audit in some states, including Delhi on NTPC?
No, our account is in any case audited by CAG, which you know very well. So I don't think that the CAG audit will have any impact on NTPC. But let me tell you that the cost of power which is being talked about, that's what you are referring to by the Chief Minister of Delhi. Let me respond by telling you that in the last 5 years, the increase in NTPC's component of fixed cost is less than 10 paisa per unit. There has been no increase on account of NTPC. One has to look at the increase which has happened on account of raise in tariff by the railways, the increase in cost of coal by Coal India, the increase in royalty by the various state governments where the coal comes from. I think that's where one has to look into, to look at why the tariff has increased even of NTPC. You know, the tariff has two components, the fixed component, which is within our control, and the variable component. The fixed component is within our control, it is regulated by the regulator, it is audited by CAG, and let me tell you that the increase has been between 5 paisa and 10 paisa at various stations. That is what has happened in the last 5 years, since 2009-10. So I don't think NTPC will have any impact on this. A call has to be taken by others on account of which the cost of power is increasing.
Mr. Choudhury, how will the southern grid connectivity to help NTPC utilize the idle capacity, and what is the quantum of benefit here?
No, see, they cannot be quantified, but let me tell you that we are saying that 40 billion units of power up to now has not been utilized of NTPC's power projects. Now, a substantial part of it could have gone to southern Indian states, which is reeling under power shortage. This was not possible because of the connectivity. The connectivity has just happened, it is under testing. And I understand in another 5-6 months' time it will probably be able to carry. But how much power it will carry, we do not know, because the maximum capacity will be 1200 megawatts, I am told, which is minuscule. You know, there's huge amount of transfer of power which can happen between the rest of India and southern India. So let's see. First, let this thing get operational, let it work, and then we'll take it forward.